thing yet.
We would have been done by now.
Could have.
All right. Well, welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode number 97.
Right on time!
We're on time tonight. For October 29th, 2019. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
I like how you do that. I like how you do that intro where you don't say it's random shit. It's random shit.
Random.
I love where you put the emphasis.
The emphasis.
Right.
First up,
the right syllable.
dick pills!
Who needs more dick pills? That's what the mayor of a small French village decided they need. Apparently, is it the mayor? Yeah, the mayor. He gave out. He apparently heard a problem that their town, which has a population of 650, has only 30 children in it. And that apparently it was difficult for the town to obtain funding for their schools because they didn't have enough students. So the mayor decided that, the best way to get more students is to have people have more sex.
Oh.
And started bailing out.
Somebody told him where babies came from, huh?
He finally discovered where babies came from and decided to distribute Viagra to the citizens of his town.
That's an interesting solution to the problem. Here in America, we would shut that school down and you would consolidate with a neighboring school.
Now, where was this at again?
It's in France.
Francois.
What they should have done is getting one of those diffusers that like put a mist out or a little bit of a cloud or whatever vapor out, and then break these little
They're
pills
called
down.
airplanes, Brian.
No, it's a diffuser, and then we can put this little blue pill in there, and then like have a little vapor, and then just like put those in the libraries, and next thing you know, you have like kids everywhere.
It's.
I don't know about
you want
that.
You want it to be put into the water system. So like in
That sounds
the
a little
Dark Knight,
Batman-ish.
like the Dark Knight, and then as soon as it turns into steam, then everyone has erections.
I mean, why wouldn't you just drink the water and then you get an erection?
This is some good water!
There you go.
Jesus,
So-
this is insane.
He actually made it a decree, and he said that he's gonna distribute pills to couples between ages of 18 and 40, and a bonus payment if that leads to procreation.
Oh, like he will, like the town will pay
Apparently.
in more blue pills?
I don't live in France, so I'd like to give it a thumbs up, but it's not gonna happen. Wah, wah. Isn't that terrible? I just had
I
to
give
do
it a
that,
thumbs
I'm
up because my thumb took some blue pills.
Yeah, two thumbs up, way up for the ingenuity. This is something else.
Well, sure.
Unbelievable.
I mean, at this point, you can't give it anything but a thumbs up. I mean,
Where the hell is the eggplant emoji?
I really, I have to say, I'm glad that we put this under science.
It's absolutely science.
That totally makes sense.
I was like, did you start with weird shit? Nope, you started with science.
It's absolutely science because this next guy could probably have used one of those blue pills to combat his constantly being drunk.
Yeah,
I
this
don't know how that
was
helps.
nuts.
So
Like-
this, go
Yeah,
on.
TLDR, guy has like some yeast in his digestive system that when he eats a lot of carbs, it ferments it into alcohol. And so he wouldn't drink anything, and he would periodically have, what did it say? His alcohol level could spike as high as 0.4.
Holy
0.4.
shit.
Like, and he got pulled over for it, and he's like, I swear I haven't been drinking. This sounds like it was a nightmare. And he was just like going to doctor. They're trying to figure it out. and ended up he had this particular like bacteria or whatever the hell was in his digestive system that was turning this stuff into alcohol, and they think what caused it was an antibiotic course that he did. Like, he had to take a round of antibiotics sometime in the past, and they think that killed off a bunch of stuff that ended up leaving this other stuff that turned it all into alcohol. So it's pretty crazy story. I really feel bad for the guy getting like pulled over and like he fell down like drunk and hit his head and stuff.
Wow.
Like it makes it be like any of those like convictions for like the drunk driving, I really feel like should be like expunged kinda. Like he didn't know what was going on to him. Like,
I mean, that's
but then again, you're not supposed to like take drowsy like pills that make you drowsy and then drive, right? Or operate like.
Right, but he was like,
but
what,
he had
eating
no idea. Like,
pancakes?
He would like eat a bunch of carbs and then like he would just be like, holy shit, like what the fuck.
I wonder, did he know he was drunk? Like, did he know what being drunk felt like? Or
I don't know.
Did he just feel
it's
weird?
so weird.
I mean, sometimes like there's times when I get really tired and I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm operating drunk right now, but I'm not. Like, I haven't had anything to drink.
And tired has been proven to be just as bad, or in some cases worse, right?
Right, exactly.
Depending on your level of impairedness. But
we watched a show the other night. I don't know which doctor's show it was on ABC or whatever, and they had this. Yeah, I don't think it was Doctor Who. Isn't that's on
Dr.
PBS?
Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Dr. Quinn, Diagnosing Murder. That was the one. Anyway, that they had this exact same thing where the guy was. He came into the hospital with something wrong, and they were checking him out and said, "You're drunk," and he said, "I'm sober. I've been sober for so many years. I went to AA," and they're like, "Nope, you're pointless, whatever." And they found something wacky with him like this too.
That's crazy. 2 thumbs up. This is a crazy story.
I mean, this is weird. Like, do you think he could just show up to the bar and they'd be like, instead of ordering beer, he'd just be like, "Nope, give me a loaf of bread."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I'm a cheap drunk. All I need is a loaf of bread.
He wasn't much of a drinker at all, right? Like, he would swear he hadn't been drinking. So like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I give him a thumbs up for figuring it out. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
What's that thing that Ethan did where he got invited to go to the state trooper thing, where they gave him alcohol.
They were training police officers to spot people who were over the limit.
Yeah. So they just kept feeding him alcohol and then testing, and then trying to see, well, how far over the line are you? And
basically, they came in and they said, here, based on your body size and weight, you need to consume this many shots of vodka in the next 15, 20 minutes or something like that, so that we can get your blood alcohol content up to the point where you are drunk, and basically giving them nothing to snack on so that they would be inebriated. And he goes through the whole thing, and the cop comes up to him and the trainer's with him and says, "Is this person drunk?" And they had people who were drunk and weren't drunk, so that there was a mix basically. But is this person drunk? And the guy goes, "Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I can tell he's drunk." And they said, "How?" "Well, you can just look at him. He's drunk." And he's like, "No, you can't tell. Look, the way his eyes are, pupils are dilated, the way that he's able to respond to the physical test that we just put him through. You can't tell. These are the scary people that we need to watch out for, that we're trying to figure out." So at the end, the police officer says to him, "So do you feel like you can drive home?" They all were required to not drive there because, they're there for like an hour and a half or two.
Just sitting there drinking. Yeah.
Drinking, and then enough to get you drunk, and then, time to go. And Ethan's like, "Yeah, I feel like I could probably drive." And they're like, "We'll see about that." And so then they make him blow so that, they can say, "Look, you're over the limit, and this is why you shouldn't be driving when you've been drinking like this." So he blows, and he comes in under and is like, fine to drive. And they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, I guess technically you could drive right now, but we don't want you to."
My sister's boyfriend does this. for the he's a dispatcher. So they'll do trainings like this, and he goes and they do like shot after shot after shot, and they do like different tests of blowing, and then like at each like level they have like the trainee cops or whatever like run through testing them, like, you know, what does it look like so they do like the field sobriety tests and all that junk to see what it's all like, exactly what you were saying. They're training them to see what it looks like. And she sent me Snapchats of him in like the state before, like he'll get like fucking piss ass wasted and he's like just like running into the wall. It's pretty funny. Like they get him completely schloss on like the taxpayer dime.
Yeah, Ethan just processes alcohol so fast. His body, like his metabolism is stupid crazy.
Now, if he ate a loaf of bread, he'd be in trouble probably.
Apparently so.
You know what's crazy fast is Comcast pulling a fast one on charging you for their free streaming service.
Oh, those bees balls.
Comcast.
So Comcast apparently is offering internet subscribers. Sounds like a great idea. If you're an internet-only subscriber, they're offering you the option of joining their free streaming service. So you can get free video, and you can watch it. I don't know if it's live TV.
As far as I'm concerned, these motherfuckers can go suck those hard dicks from the first fucking article, because all of this is bullshit.
Because
like there's a reason Comcast gets voted worst company in America year over year.
Yeah.
This might
fuck it. I don't thumbs down. I don't need to go any further than this shit.
So they apparently called it a free thing, but they are charging you $13. You have to rent their router for $13 a month. Otherwise,
that's outrageous. It's fucking outrageous.
So what we really want from the people that participate in this is to just share your thoughts without any Oh, never mind. You already did that, Matt.
So yeah, this is. I can't believe that they can get away with this, but they apparently said that they are going to allow you to use your own router. But I mean, come on.
$13 a month for the router is insane.
Yeah, it's like, well,
so many people out there like, oh, well, I don't know how much the internet costs. Where does the internet even come from? Does it need wires and things?
Well, I mean,
the internet doesn't weigh anything, Jen.
This is on top of what you're already paying for your service too. So it's extra $156 a year on top of your internet service.
Wait, do you not already have a router then? Or is this, they don't offer this service unless you have the router?
This is the magic box that gives you movies, Matt. Come on.
Unless you have the router.
Why do...
Exactly.
Whatever. I'm glad that I live somewhere that has reasonably priced gigabit internet. It's just... Fuck it. I hate ISPs so much.
Apparently, they are going to allow you to use your own router, but and they'll give you one free box, and then you can rent additional ones for $5 a month.
Free box for what?
To watch their free streaming service.
I don't need your service. I have streaming service already. You provide me internet. That's all I want from you, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, but don't you
like, I cannot tell you. I was just like the most livid son of a bitch when I was on Mediacom, and that was my only option. Those fuckers were charging me $160 a month for gig down, 50 up. You know what? You know what gig costs on CenturyLink fiber? Yeah. $60. Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
they're just screwing you.
People, it's fucking highway robbery.
Well,
that's what happens when there's only one ISP in town. It's insane.
You'll like this. We just switched to my mom. She lives in Omaha, and they have Cox cable.
Cox, yep.
Okay, $250 a month. She was getting basic TV package, 10 megs.
10?
What? For $250
and phone service was limited long distance.
Oh my god.
You can't download an email on 10 meg.
Nope.
I mean, you can, but I'm obviously
Nobody
exaggerating.
wants
But Jesus,
That's
like
insane.
that's why the South Park episode for this is the most accurate thing related to ISPs and cable providers that I've ever seen. You know what I'm talking about, Blaine? Where they have the patches on their shirts and they can like pull them down so they can rub their nipples and be like, "Oh yeah, tell us about how angry you are." It's like they're just.
This is
fucking
ridiculous.
Spot on.
And the worst part is you're right. I mean, not only the problem is that a lot of places are like, oh yeah, no, you actually have more service providers than just one, and it's like,
no, you don't.
The other providers are satellite or cell phone carriers, and it's like
in very few places do you
aren't the same.
Yeah, in very few places do you actually have real choice. You almost never do. Where I lived in Ankeny, it was the Mediacom shit I had for like 150 or 160 a month for the gig 50.
Yep.
And you know what my other option was? Fucking CenturyLink at like 8.
Yeah.
Like, that is not a choice. Like, don't tell me I have a choice when I don't. Like, yes, technically I have a choice, but it's not a fucking real one.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna choose the other thing.
You know what? I would I think I would prefer 8 megs up and down. At least then it'd be even.
I'd like my numbers to be the same. And to be fair, I could have been on a slower CenturyLink or a slower Mediacom connection, but like I'm so freaking militant when it comes to ISPs. I hate them, and I think everyone should have like gig at reasonable price. Like, it's just they fucking lost me when they squandered away all the fucking money that the government gave them to build out all this shit, and they just lined their fucking pockets. I fucking hate all of them. And the only people that are worth a shit are like the local rural co-ops that are they're standing up, like farmers are just standing up ISPs out in the middle of nowhere and providing better service to their fucking customers than these major ISPs can. Like, it's batshit. I hate it.
I like Umbrage Matt.
Yeah, that would be a thumbs down.
Definitely a thumbs down for this one.
Also, I went to the dentist today.
Those of you listening,
thumbs up for another streaming network, though.
For those of you,
that's going to help out our writer friends.
That would be
in
an
Hollywood.
example of a thumbs down. Feel better?
I want to get Craig Mazin on our podcast. He is on another podcast, and I want Matt, you and him to be angry about something together sometime. It'd be fantastic.
Are ISPs something he'd hate?
You know what? He probably would. If you give him enough information about it, he would be irate about it. He would be umbraged.
It's just wrong. Like, it's just so fundamentally wrong that it boils my blood. My blood turns to steam.
I think I heard him say that one time.
Well, you know what's wrong is forcing your customers to log out of a remote control app when you rent a car.
That's wrong.
Go on.
This is so you guys are aware of like Ford and Chevy, and they all have like VW. They all have these like connected apps for your car, right? Where you can log into the app. You can turn the car on remotely. You can unlock the doors, whatnot.
Some of the car renters have that specifically, like Avis. You can unlock the car from like the Avis app and stuff like.
Yep. So this is like for the Ford specific one though. So like in this case, it's using Ford Pass, where the guy he rented a car and he could register the car in the app with just the VIN number and like reading a message off the dashboard of the car. And so he said that he rented the car, he used the Ford Pass, he could turn the car on and off, whatever, returned the car, the account never got disabled on his phone.
Oh, weird.
So he's like, 5 months later, he still can track the car, he knows where the car is at, he could turn the car on, he could turn it off, he could unlock the doors.
I'm going to go with this is a problem. Out of all of it, like the doors and shit, like that's one thing, and like I don't know how much of like whether the car is driving down the road, whether you could turn the engine off and that would actually happen.
Probably not.
But it's the knowing where the car's at that is like super creep mode.
Yeah.
You just wait till Halloween and then just start the car and stop the car and open the car door. And
where was this?
Where did this happen?
Yeah.
Reminds me of the time that you guys got that Pacifica, and it came with satellite radio.
It never shut off.
It never shut off because they got it. It was like they imagined it was from a used car. It was from a rental car lot.
Oh, you
bought a used car.
You had satellite the whole time?
Yeah.
Nice.
And we got rid of the car. I was like, can we just keep the radio?
Like the unit.
So it was. They have no idea. Yeah, it was like there was no reason for you to have it, but also no way for you to know how to shut it off, other than calling satellite radio and being like, "We have your system for free, and we don't know how we got it." They're like, "It would have been such a huge headache."
Well,
like,
I think they still thought it was an Avis car or whatever because it was a what are those called when you get them from a
certified pre-owned or something like that?
Yeah, certified pre-owned through a rental company at the Ford dealership or the Pacifica, whatever that is. What is that?
GM.
Chrysler.
Yeah, Chrysler. Oh, well, we have the radio. Great. In a month, it's going to shut off. Nope, never did.
Nice. Man, this is like finding that money on the ground.
So, did he end up doing something, or?
Well, so he's contacted Ford, it sounds like, and
tweeted a lot.
I mean, I think the easy answer is that he could just, I think he could just disconnect his phone from it.
Yeah, but he's right. They need to fix that shit.
But he's like, why should I be responsible for doing that when
he shouldn't? Their access, like they should get access tokens that expire at the end of their rental period. Like this isn't that fucking hard.
Right.
Like,
or, they just don't have the service turned on a rental car.
No, I can tell you what happened. They hired contractors to write this shit for pennies on the dollar, and then they got it, rewrote 95% of it, because that's what fucking happens when you pay pennies on the dollar for an app, and then they shipped it. Like, I've seen it happen, that's what you get.
Good enough. Fucking it works. Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. I mean, the location tracking is definitely the worst part of this whole thing, and just he could call it up whenever he wants, and yeah.
I mean, just like just
have it disconnect.
Be a serial murderer and get one of these fucking rentals, and then just go like track the car down when they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yes. Well, don't give them ideas, Matt. Gee whiz.
I give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, this is definitely a thumbs down. Sorry, I'm extra angsty. My teeth are starting to hurt.
Well, what you wouldn't be able to track so easily is Samsung's Space Selfie satellite plummeting from the sky onto a Michigan horse farm.
So does it really get to be called a satellite?
I debated this when I read it.
It wasn't orbiting, right?
It was more of a weather balloon.
Yeah, so when I first read this, I was like, wait, this thing came from space and it's this intact? Like, yeah.
It looks like a satellite. It's like this weird PR stunt that Samsung did where they launched this thing, but it's more like a weather balloon that looks like a satellite, and we're like, hey, space selfies.
And had it take a selfie of someone that I've never heard of, but has 43 million followers on fucking Instagram.
It doesn't look like a real anything. It
43 million?
Looks like a prop in a movie.
I don't even know who this person is.
That's over 10 times the size of our state.
Who did they take a picture of?
Cara Del Vigil. I have no idea. I've never heard of this person.
I think she's your...
Oh my gosh, I know who she is.
You do?
Yeah, she's on Instagram.
Is this someone I know who it is? I just didn't know I knew. That happens sometimes.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm not-
Instagram forces me to have an account to continue scrolling?
Yes.
Oh my god.
She's
videos
an
are
actress,
hilarious.
isn't she?
I have no idea.
Oh shit! I do know who this is. She is
I
an
mean, it's-
actress.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
It's possible I know she is. Then what's she in?
An actress or just a very famous model?
Huh.
She
Did you guys listen to the video of the lady saying, "Look,
was in
never
Suicide Squad.
I did not see that.
Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets. Anna Karenina.
Oh, was she the
Yeah.
main girl in Valerian?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have also not seen it. I want to see that movie though. Okay, so this is like the I do know of this person. I just didn't know.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been able to tell you her name.
So the one thing I'm wondering though is Samsung promoted this as the first ever space selfie, which first of all I don't understand what that means, but was this thing actually in space then? Or not?
I think it depends on how you define space, right? Like they did the same thing these freaking 12-year-olds have been doing at high schools. Just sending like their phones up to space and like getting the video shots of it. Like it's cool and all. And it's a neat photo.
Is it?
Oh yeah, they sent it up like on. They sent it up like on essentially just a helium balloon
A
that
big
just
ass
goes
weather
up
balloon,
forever.
basically.
Yeah.
It gets up there pretty high, and you can do that. But like, I don't know that you get to call it a satellite because doesn't a satellite require orbit?
Yeah. No,
don't
definitely
know.
it does. That is the definition of a satellite.
I think it does. Official or
Yes.
otherwise.
It does
It
have
requires
orbit.
orbit, right? Yeah. Okay. So satellite, my ass. It's a satellite-looking thing.
Like
I wonder, are those real solar panels or is that just printed?
Definitely not. They
I
look
meant, like,
fabric.
They look,
Or
oh, yeah,
duct
they
tape.
look like flexi panels of some kind. Neat. What's the video like here?
I mean, I wonder, like, what would you
Oh
do
my
if
god,
that
this
thing
lady
crashed?
is so Midwestern.
Never know what's going to happen.
Never know what's gonna
Fell out
happen.
of the sky and landed in our yard. It's
Landed in our yard.
never a dull moment on the."
Oh man, she sounds exactly like every fucking northerner. Great.
I'm not sure. I give it a thumbs up because space.
This would be just like the greatest souvenir. But she said people came and took it from her. No, motherfucker, it's mine now.
Yeah.
Like,
Still going and flashing.
I mean,
Yep, still going and flashing.
I think this might fall under what we talked about last time, which is the finders keepers rule.
Yeah, no kidding.
It
Take it to the
crash-landed
police
on my
station and say,
property. It's
yeah,
mine.
take it to
mine.
the police station.
mine now.
You guys hold on to this until someone claims it. 30 days, it's mine.
Whoa, what's this? How old's this story?
Like
Oh.
2 days.
I was reading the U.S. Air Force warns there's a chance an American and Russian satellite could collide overnight. Are they
actual satellites, or are they?
Yeah, these
Samsung
are real.
fake
These are real satellites. These aren't like Russian and American weather balloons. So could have a chance to
bounced
run
off
into
of
each other. Yeah, slowly. Boing. Hey, you're pretty good at that, Brian.
Thanks.
So if there's one thing, if you guys have heard of Bitcoin, right?
That
There's probably one thing you don't want to do if you have Bitcoin, which is maybe claim that you're the inventor of Bitcoin, because the government may order you to pay billions of dollars.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So there's
We can make a claim like that on this show because you already have a disclaimer at the beginning saying that we're full of shit. So we can say, yeah, I invented the Bitcoin. Of course I did. Goodness.
So
what
wait,
happened?
So there's this guy. He apparently claimed that he is the inventor of Bitcoin, and it's pretty well known that the inventor of Bitcoin has a lot of Bitcoin, and because the U.S. government has claimed that you have to be taxed for that income, this guy was basically told, "Hey, awesome! You're the inventor. You now owe us a bunch of money."
So wait, he was like completely able to get away with not having to pay anything because they didn't know who he was?
Pretty much.
What an
Well,
idiot.
just because you have Bitcoin doesn't mean people know how to tie that to certain accounts and stuff. Like, it's been a mystery for a really long time who the inventor or inventors of it were.
Yeah, I think it's still debatable as to whether or not this guy actually is the Bitcoin inventor, it sounds like.
Oh, he's doing a complete reversal on that one.
Yeah. What? 10.45 billion? I was just joking. I'm not the inventor of Bitcoin.
Your mom's the inventor of Bitcoin.
I don't even know what a Bitcoin is.
Yes. So I guess...
Cool. Thumbs up, they caught him, or thumbs down, he has to pay money or something?
Did it come out whether he actually is?
It's unclear if he actually is, but a U.S. court ruled that he is.
Well, they didn't rule that he is. They ruled that if he is, he owes money, right?
You know, they've never been wrong before.
Never.
The guy who it is, the guy's name is Craig Wright, and he apparently claims that he was partners with David Kleiman, who together they created Bitcoin. But he also claims that he doesn't have access to the Bitcoin anymore, so...
Because he, like everyone else, lost the hard drive they were on.
Most likely.
Yeah.
He explained to the court in 2011 he had become concerned with Bitcoin's growing association with illicit activity, so he encrypted his Bitcoin, put it in a blind trust, then had the encrypted key split into several slices, which were given to Kleiman, who scattered them to other people.
Scatter them to the winds!
And he now claims he can't decrypt the Bitcoin file until he obtains a key that will be delivered by a bonded courier at the beginning of 2020.
Ooh, it sounds kind of scary, actually.
So check back in episode, 150, and we might have an update.
When it's actually...
Probably not.
You know, I'm going to say a thumbs down because this sounds just absolutely stupid.
Thumbs up, they caught him. Thumbs down, they don't know if it's him. Thumbs up, Bitcoin. Thumbs down.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up because I think he's playing the long con here. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Yes, he has a whole new type of money system that he knows is going to be bigger than Bitcoin, and so he's like pretending to like be all caught up in this trial with Bitcoin while secretly he's making gajillions of flimbles.
Yep, flimflams. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap up the night for that, and we'll come to our Elon Musk pitches of the week.
Got it.
Anybody have a pitch for this week?
I do.
All right.
I want him to make popsicles with radioactive isotopes.
Popsicles. Okay.
And what would this gain you?
Mutant powers like an X-Men.
Can you like eat a different popsicle and it gives you a different superpower? Like,
sure.
Or does it just add on?
Yeah. There's a law of diminishing returns here, but you can stack them.
Okay. Stackable abilities. Okay. I'm not sure why I'd want to do this.
I'm not sure why you wouldn't. I'm not sure why you wouldn't. What are the downsides here? The government gets you down. You will be feared by everyone. Your family will disown you. You should become a mutant.
Are they sold? Are the boxes like lead-lined boxes?
They're just right next to the regular popsicles.
Oh, well, then definitely a thumbs down.
Just right next to the regular popsicles. You can just get them at your local grocery store.
What are they
called?
No problem. What are they called?
They're called...
Mutant sticks?
Mutant Pops.
Mutant Pops. I'm just thinking of the truck that circles your neighborhood, with popsicles and candy. I mean, and ice
The
cream.
Ding Ding Man.
The Ding Ding Man. Yes. Kids
Yeah.
flying around the neighborhood after they eat the popsicles. It just.
Yeah. What would be a good name for those? I don't know. Come back to me.
All right. I think that Elon Musk should. I don't know. He should come up with a way to allow you to drink and drive.
Self-driving cars. Next.
All right, he's already solved it. Perfect.
I like that because, you could have something where you just have to do the breathalyzer test and then your car goes, nope, I'm driving you home.
Actually, what if in order for your car to start, you have to take a breathalyzer test and be over a certain limit? Or else, or else the car is like, nope, you've got to push me home.
I like him to create, like I was talking about earlier, the diffuser idea, but I want that in the airports, and I want it to be dispensing Xanax or something else that helps to get people to not be filled with anxiety. I want the TSA agents, everyone flying, the pilots, all the passengers, just to walk through this mist and go, oh, this is a great place.
I was half expecting you to say the Viagra misters right before you go into the TSA checkpoint.
Pat me down, please.
Well, that'd be a real good practical joke on April Fool's Day. You know what they put in the diffuser today? This ought to be fun.
Diffuser. I actually like that idea. I think that's a pretty smart idea. Calm people down. People get pretty crazy at airports, so I think keeping people cool would be a good thing.
Can you hear the pilot after he's walked through there? Because pilots always sound like that anyway. They're like, I don't know. How do pilots do their thing?
What if they just pumped like...
Oh, come on. No. Let him do it. I want to hear you do it. I believe in you.
What,
how did
the pilot voice?
No, nobody help him.
No, nobody help me, because I'm not going to do it. That was my idea. That was my pitch.
Yeah, I like that. I give it a thumbs up. I can't wait until they come around because I can see the next big thing is CBD for it. They'll just pump CBD into the airport.
Yep.
I saw it just the other day. Family Video, which is apparently still around, now sells CBD products.
Obviously. That is their clientele.
It's literally Netflix and chill, except it's Family Video and chill.
Yeah, there's a lot of empty Blockbuster Video locations across the country that could now sell CBD oil. So,
I don't think that means what you think it means.
All right. Well, I think with that, I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. We want to thank each and every one of you for listening in and joining us live on this podcast that we do on Tuesday.
Is anyone live right now? Is anyone live watching right now?
Absolutely not. If you did like what you saw tonight and you want to check out all of our past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org or search for us on YouTube or find us in iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you do have a topic you would like our decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter @RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.